Hey guys, in today's video, we're gonna learn about what it's like to be a chicken. Today, at any one moment, there's over 33 billion chickens alive. That means that chickens make up 71% of all global bird biomass. So obviously, that raises the question, if there's so many chickens, what's it like to be a chicken? Well, obviously it's really hard to say, because no one's ever been a chicken before, and chickens can't really talk to us. That said, we can still try to make an informed guess based on chickens' behavior. Chickens have about 390 times less neurons than humans, so I think that chickens probably have a pretty reduced experience of the world. That said, just because their experience is reduced, that doesn't mean that it lacks dimensionality. Chickens are able to sense and detect a wide range of sensory input. They can sense temperature, pressure, and pain. They can see color on a wider range than humans. And they can even look at objects that are close up and far away simultaneously by focusing on different parts of their visual field at the same time. And although chickens are notoriously known for being dumb, they're a little smarter than you might think. For instance, one study found that in order to attract more mates, roosters will intentionally make a call indicating that they found food when they actually haven't. While female chickens will initially come expecting food, eventually they'll catch onto the deceit and stop responding altogether. And even more interestingly, another study found that chickens are willing to engage in delayed gratification. If a chicken can choose to wait longer for a better reward, it will. People typically think of animals as making all of their actions based on instinct. But since chickens are able to project their actions into the future and to compare their expected effects, it seems entirely possible that chickens are actually making conscious choices. But all of this discussion so far has been very abstract. I want to know, what would it be like to be a chicken on the ground right now? Like, if I were to, in this moment, become a chicken at any place in the world, what would it be like? Well, it turns out that virtually all chickens in the world live in farms, so I would almost certainly be a farm chicken. And if I were a chicken, I would either be raised for making eggs or for making meat. Let's imagine that I'm a chicken raised for making eggs. What would that be like? Well, since 76% of egg chickens are raised in cages, I would almost certainly be in a cage. I would be surrounded by 4 to 9 other chickens, and I would have 68 square inches of space to myself. Enough to move around a bit, but not enough to fully extend my wings or to even stand up all the way. In a natural environment, I would normally engage in a wide range of behaviors, such as foraging, perching, dust bathing, and building nests. But since the cage would be so constricting, I would be unable to do this, and I would experience a deep sense of distress. Oh, that's what this video is about. And worse, because movement is important for bone health, my bones would begin to develop osteoporosis. There's a wide range of ways in which my environment would be distressing, but researchers at the Welfare Footprint Institute have tried to quantify just a few of them. Overall, they found that over my lifetime as an egg chicken, I would experience at least 400 hours of pain that would cause me to be significantly unaware of my surroundings and unwilling to engage in a wealth of natural behaviors. In addition to that, I would experience at least 4,000 hours of pain that's noticeable but doesn't prevent me from engaging in natural behaviors. Now, if I were raised as an egg chicken, my life would be pretty terrible. But what if I was raised for meat? Well, my life certainly wouldn't be so bad. I wouldn't be kept in a cage, so I'd be able to engage in a lot more natural behaviors, such as perching and dust bathing. And I would be slaughtered roughly 8 to 10 weeks after hatching, so I simply wouldn't have as much time to develop health problems. That said, I would still face some serious issues. Because my barn would only clean out our litter once a year, I would be exposed to excessive levels of ammonia that would burn my skin and harm my lungs. Worse, as a result of extreme breeding, my body would grow too big for me to handle. In the 1920s, I would have only grown to about 2 pounds before slaughter. But nowadays, I would grow to about 6 pounds. My body wouldn't be able to carry this weight, and as a result, my legs would develop serious issues, such as chronic pain and maybe even immobility. Additionally, as a result of this extreme breeding, I would also grow really quickly. And as a result, I would constantly be trying to breathe more air than I'm physically able to. This sometimes leads to partial heart failure and even death. As such, according to researchers from the Welfare Footprint Institute, my life, despite its short length, would still contain at least 300 hours of pain. Wow, this is really depressing, and I don't know how I as an individual could fix this. That said, I do know how to fix this feeling inside of me. I'm going to go into my basement and play video games until my brain is numb. James! What? Don't need to be depressed. There's things that can be done. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I am. There's an entire movement that's dedicated to helping farm animals. It's called the Farm Animal Activism Movement. Up until 20 years ago, it wasn't very effective. But more recently, as a result of an increased focus on cost effectiveness, it's made a lot of positive change. Wait, seriously? Tell me more. Well, as a result of targeted political advocacy and corporate campaigns, more chickens are cage-free than ever before. Look at this chart of the percent of US chickens that are cage-free over time. In 2007, only 3% of chickens were cage-free. Now, that number's all the way up to 45%. And in Europe, things are looking even better. Some countries in Europe have almost no caged chickens, and in Switzerland, they don't have any. And outside of cage-free initiatives, there's been great progress with alternative proteins, such as with the invention of the Beyond Burger and Impossible Chicken Nuggets. Many world governments have even been funding alternative proteins, with over $2 billion invested so far. Oh my god, that is awesome! I want to be a part of a movement that's helping to create a world where all animals are free from suffering. How do I do that? It's not hard at all. There is an awesome website called Animal Advocacy Careers where you can learn how to pursue a career helping farm animals. And if you're unable to donate your time, there's also some awesome organizations to donate money to. You can learn more about these from the website Animal Charity Evaluators. Wow, that's so cool. What would you recommend I look at if I wanted to learn more? Well, if you have half an hour, I'd recommend checking out 80,000 Hours article, Factory Farming. And if you'd like to go even more in depth, I'd recommend checking out Peter Singer's book, Animal Liberation, now. This is literally the most awesome thing I've heard in my entire life. I can't wait to go out and make the world a better place. Absolutely. I'm glad to hear the enthusiasm. Links and sources in the description.